So for this video, we are going to be making this puffy flower. A few different color versions here. It kind of looks like a hydrangea, those big ones you see in the garden, but they're a nice spring flower, and I think they really make the little Mother's Day bouquet look special. You can even do all of these and not do the other ones, and I think it would really fill it up nicely. I mean, this is 3 of them together. I'm going to show you how to do it. Remember, you could have done the food coloring die. You could have done these with marker and made them all rainbow. Mine happened to all be kind of one color. This one's multi. I did this with marker. So it's up to you how you want to do it. You can stack different colors. I'm going to show you how to stack one color, and we can go from there. Okay, first things first. You want to make sure you have some kind of stem. Again, I'm going to use the skewer. I painted it green, like I said before. It doesn't have to be green. And then you're going to get your coffee filters that you had already dyed. Now these should be dry, okay? I have about 5 here, and that's probably the limit on how many you can do for cutting. You can put more in your flower, but to cut it at a time, that's what you're gonna do. So this step is cutting. You wanna make sure they're all lined up. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna fold it in half, okay? So I fold it in half. Here's my round edge. On here, I'm gonna fold it in half again. Now, I have like a little piece of pie. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut just at the top, okay? This one is folded, and so is this one. So on these edges, we're gonna be making our petals, and you don't actually have to cut out too much. I'm gonna go all the way down, okay? See how I cut that all the way down and it's half a petal? Then I'm just gonna take out this little piece and round it at the top so I get another one. I don't need to cut all the way down there. I just wanna make sure I have one line, not cutting off my petals, but you want it to go far enough down so that your petals, when you do go to make this, they really spread apart. So you don't have to cut away that much of your coffee filter. And I'm kind of getting to the end here. So then again, whoops, sorry, my camera, I hit it a little bit. Just kind of round those petals. Now, if it's not perfect, it's not going to be a big deal because it's going to go in this big cluster of stuff. Okay, now when I open it, ta-da! I have a bunch of different flower petals. Okay, now the next step I'm going to show you is how to put them on the skewer to make the flower. And sometimes I like to kind of just adjust these a little bit so it's not perfectly lined up. Now you could put them on the skewer one by one, which does kind of do this step for you, but just by slightly moving them, you're gonna get, you may want to move some stuff around. Still pretty centered, but see how it's all different in here, okay? We don't want them to be all perfectly lined up or it's not going to look like nature. Nothing just lines up petal to petal to petal, okay? So, I have mine. I'm going to make this nice red one because I have enough here. And I actually like to put mine on all at the same time. Okay? So, all lined up. Making sure they're good. Making sure they're not too lined up, but my centers should be pretty lined up. And if it's a little off kilter, that's okay. Okay, so let me clear my mess. Okay, so I'm going to take my skewer, stick it right in the middle. Now, do not put your finger up here when you do this part. This skewer is pretty sharp, okay? So it comes through like that. Now, I like to pull these down right now because we're going to start building these up. So, and this is where it might move a little bit too. So you're going to bring these up together, and you might want to bring 2 at a time. Now, if you have hot glue, I might suggest you put a little hot glue up here, or you can actually just kind of This is easy too. take this, and this might be the more accessible way actually to do it. Take some clear Scotch tape, and I'm just going to kind of tape it on there. And that's just a few of them. Actually, I think this works better. Oh, I just discovered something new. Okay, so do that. Then I'm going to take another 2. I want to go past that tape though a little bit. If you can't get it past this way, you don't want to put too much tape on. Okay, lesson learned. I'm going to scrunch them up. Okay, if you see on the bottom, I have this. You're going to put a little piece of tape where it hits your flower and hits the green part of your stem or whatever your stem is. Now I'm going to bring this up, kind of tighten up my flower. That way it's going to start kind of pushing all those petals upward. Okay, same thing with these ones, and I'm going to do a final 3. Again, just tape. Now this one, you may want to add a little bit more tape to the bottom since it is my final one. If you wanted to add more, you could always do that too. Ooh, that is a pretty color. Now I like to kind of move my stuff around, make sure nothing's not too together. Sometimes even kind of crinkle it a little bit, really fluff it up. It's going to give it that volume. The more you add of your coffee filters, the fluffier it'll be, the smaller it'll be. But you can always kind of even put them together more if you wanted to. Okay, so here's mine. And then I was going to add some leaves. Okay, so if you have leaves that are together, I just kind of cut a piece of paper on the fold at the same time. You could glue these and stick it on here. Okay, I kind of want an effect where it glues up the side. Again, you could use tape to put this on. But I'm going to use a little hot glue. And just kind of wrap it. Again, remember, if you use hot glue, your parents have to give you permission or help you. I think helping you might be a better idea. Some of you might be skilled in the hot glue. I always love to give my leaves a little natural movement. I don't think anything's super straight out there. It's kind of bending down. And then you could do another one coming up, or you could do one here. Okay, so there is your fluffy flower. When you're done, you will have a bouquet of flowers. Now you could be done right here. Put a little bow around the bottom and not make the vase and give your mom a pretty bouquet. That's pretty too, okay? But there is also a vase to make. These are the flowers I'm going to show you, but I'm going to also tag you guys on the lesson of some different flowers that I found online that you can maybe attempt if you want to. You don't have to just do these, and you don't have to do these. You can do your own, okay? Have fun.